We've got individuals who represent almost every aspect of the foundational institutions of our democracy. I'm going to read them all out now, but I won't give it when they come up to talk on each of their topics. Starting with Rob Walsh. Rob, after doing his legal studies at the University of British Columbia, was called to the bar. I'm not going to give dates because I don't want anyone to age
Good
either
idea.
them
Good.
or us. We're all young. He spent 12 years in private practice and became firstly a legislative counsel in the Manitoba Justice Department. He was then appointed General Legislative Counsel to the House of Commons, and ultimately he was appointed Law Clerk and Parliamentary Counsel, and here's the interesting part, the 12th since Confederation, with responsibility for both Legislative Counsel and Legal Counsel services. No doubt you've seen him a lot in some of the most challenging times, including during the time when Parliament was rocked by the allegations of the transfer of detainees to torture. And maybe we can talk about some of the issues that came up in that context. Next is my friend and former colleague, David Paciocco, who was a professor, a full professor of the common law section here, who is now a judge on the Ontario Court of Justice. He is one of the top experts in the country in the law of evidence, criminal law, and trust. He has worked as an assistant Crown attorney, a defense counsel, and in 2005 he was nominated to receive an honorary doctorate from Laurentian University. My next friend on the roster is Dean Nathalie de Rosiers. And Nathalie, I won't tell people how long you and I have known each other. She has served as General Counsel of the Canadian Civil Liberties Association, and I'm throwing in a twist on her bio. She likes very complex leadership positions. Prior to appointment to the CCLA, she was interim vice president, governance for the University of Ottawa, dean of the civil law section. She doesn't get tired of being dean, do you? President of the Law Commission of Canada, was in private practice and in Montreal and in Ontario, London, Ontario. She has served as president of the Federation of Social Sciences and Humanities. She was the president of the Law Deans, president of the Law Associations of Law Teachers, and Association des juristes d'expression française d'Ontario. She has received many honors, including the Order of Canada. Irwin Cotler is presently the MP for Mount Royal. He has served as Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada from 2003 to 2006. He was elected to the House of Commons in a by-election in November 1999 and won, this is really interesting, by a vote of 92% of the votes cast. It's on par with Saddam Hussein. This is great. He was a professor of law at McGill University and a director of its Human Rights Center there. He has been a visiting professor around the world, including at the Woodrow Wilson Fellow at Yale Law School, and he too has also received the Order of Canada.